Order in the court for the first case of the day. Please sit while I confirm the details you have given me to judge this case. Please nod your head if you accept the answer, and shake your head if you disagree. As you are the ones who gave them to me, I do not expect you to shake your head at any point. You have all offered the pleas of innocent to this crime. I have to look down on my notes here to see there appears to be a bit of a joker who claims to have moved across to Wales. Anybody who knows Wales at all knows there is a place called Gwmbran. It most certainly is not Allbran, which is a breakfast cereal, but I get the impression this is the way that this case will be heard. No, I do not have a problem with my wig having shrunk. It is a different wig. If you don't mind, now we shall carry on with this case. You were brought here as a group accused of a serious breach of food hygiene regulations at Burgermeister in Primrose Hill on the date stated. Video evidence has proved this to be true as the location you were at the time of the offence. You have stated that you all worked in a burger restaurant and were unhappy with the working conditions. Is this all correct? Thank you. Are you aware of these regulations and why they exist? You have a duty to provide food to customers without any risk of contamination. This applies to biological and chemical contamination. You have, both individually and as a group, told me that you have been unhappy about the way you have been treated by your boss. I thought I'd already said that, but here you go. You say she is very rarely available to supervise in the kitchen or service area and never deals with troublesome customers. You are all under 18 years of age, or what you were when you worked there. Is this correct? Between you, I've heard a collection of stories about working hours where you only been paid for the actual time you were serving customers. This is recorded through the cash register. Is this correct? I have a certain amount of sympathy for you all for that. Plus, being under 18, you should not have had access to any cooking equipment. Right, okay. Yes. Right, as you are all adamant that what has happened, by nodding your head in approval, this is a matter that will have to be dealt with in another court. You've also told me that you also left unsupervised nearly all the time. And as also said as well, but that was to do all the cooking while being the underage of 18. Is this true? Yes. Yeah, okay. We'll have to go to another court. Right. Oh, were you told that you had to run the shop under these circumstances, as you claim much of the work was simply not being done? Tables and floors were not being cleaned. Bins were not being emptied. Washing up was not being done. You were not replacing stock for customers, and these are all duties on your contracts. Is this correct? Yes, it is in the contract. I have a copy of the contract here. The manager has shown CCTV images of some of the things you were seen doing. I am sure that most people of your age left in an environment would act pretty much as you did. I thrown chips at each other. Those are only some of the things that were happening, and is a far from acceptable behaviour. You have stated that it was in response to the way the companies behaved towards you. Oh, so now not only is it the management, it's also the customers. Yes, that is despicable. Right. As a customer myself, I would be pretty upset if my order was cold, incomplete, or presented poorly. I have seen a lot of the complaints from customers and understand their concerns. The videos I saw showing staff initiating food fights between customers, spitting into the food before serving, and far, far worse. On the day in question, the events are completely inexcusable. None of you has owned up as to whose idea it was to do what you all ended up getting the sack for. Once again, there was nobody to supervise the 5 of you. I would never think, not for 1 minute, that this was one of the females who is responsible for this. If there were no pictures, I would never believe this. Is this correct? Sarcasm is not accepted in here. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Yes, all 5 of you, including you ladies, young ladies. Correct. Okay. So, right. Then snigger. You're on the left. No, to my left, not your left. Oh, yes. You took off your uniform in the shop and started to serve customers wearing only your underwear, laughing as you did it. Then the rest of you filled the industrial size sink with water and also stripped to your underwear. Food was then placed inside the underwear and then taken out to be served to customers. This would make me feel ill. This was not just the 2 male staff, was it? Then you all bathed in the sink at the expense of serving anyone. An orgy is not good in a food establishment, and the police arrested you all minutes later. Yes, you also had customers filming you in that bath. Yes, and you appeared to be in the altogether, which was altogether wrong. Excuses you use are bordering on insanity. I have found these to be untrue and find you guilty of this crime. You will all return to this court fully clothed for sentencing in 7 days. God, please take these wretched defendants away. Oh.